Certifiably, undeniably, stupid.
We interrupt a conversation with another conversation.
Exactly. Welcome to the Entertaining Stupid Podcast.
Jesus.
God
Matthew.
fucking damn it, you son of a bitch!
It's not like we haven't done
don't
like
use
40 of
God's
these
name in vain.
episodes.
We want to love like him. Come on, jeez.
Welcome to the Entertaining Stupid Podcast. As always, my name is Jayson, and my buddies with me today are...
Yeah. Say your name.
Oh, Rheal?
Sylvan.
I said mine already. I'm not gonna say it again.
And I'm new. My name is Connor.
Yeah, it's Connor's first time on here. He's the...
Just we broke his podcast cherry.
Yeah.
He's on the. This is like the DLC.
I
So
feel
nervous.
I feel dirty.
Does this pay $1,000 to $5,000 a day?
This is like TLC's version of my first time, where we were in Connor's first time on the podcast.
Wait, was
Yeah,
that a
but
show?
nobody paid.
Was that a show about someone's first time sex?
Yeah. And then they would reenact the first time.
I'm telling you, man. Like people will watch anything.
The fuck?
But Rheal, it was Connor's first time.
Yeah,
I
it was
wish
a
I could have.
special moment.
Wish I could have videotaped it.
I have a
Wish we
whole
could have recorded
box set if you want.
I wish I was there.
Alrighty. So, in the midst of all this sickness and disease going on, we have one glimmer of hope at the end of this. I think everybody here is kind of hoping for wartime to be called.
No.
No, I am not. Although I think
Not
it's
at
going
all.
to happen.
Who do we go to war with? COVID?
Ourselves.
Australia?
It was
Yeah,
renamed in like
fuck
the
those
80s to
Aussie
the,
bastards.
the
That's
Emergency Act.
Yeah, so that would mean that we would essentially shut down for 2 weeks. Everyone gets to spend...
Minimum.
Yeah, minimum. Everyone spends time at home, is forced to spend time at home. And get sick of your loved ones and want to murder them all.
That was
Chelsea
pretty
and I
gruesome.
already are having
pretty bad.
air lightsaber fights, trying to smite each other.
I got very, 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 very aggressive. Very fast.
Oh, I mean, what is it? There were reports coming out of China that divorce rates were spiking a little bit because of all the time that couples had to spend together under quarantine.
Do they even allow people to get divorced in China?
I mean, it's a
yes.
good question.
That
But
is a
yes,
good
your
question.
social credit goes down.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
What if
Does
he
it
was
actually?
abusive? It might
No,
go
it
up.
probably would.
Yeah, I
This
imagine.
is actually. They have a rating system that you can see above their heads. It goes up to 5 stars.
Man, that social credit system, that kind of might not be a bad idea. Like, you just got all these fucking shit disturbers.
Oh my god!
Like, I mean, like, it keeps people in line. Maybe it'll stop people from tagging my garage. I don't know. It just
No,
seems,
Connor, no.
seems nice.
Well, I mean, it would kind of work like if say someone was to film themselves licking the seat of a toilet.
I hope that.
Or
I hope
door.
she has
Yeah, like,
corona.
exactly.
I
Or
hope
those
she has
fucking stupid kids in Florida on the beach, like, refusing to go home. Like, kill yourselves.
They're
They're
trying.
trying, Connor. They definitely try.
Wait. Do you get more points for licking the toilet?
No, you'd get less. You would
Oh.
definitely get less.
Well, shit.
If I could like take away every bit of social credit they've ever gained, I would. Those people are just the stupidest people on the planet.
Wow, you lick one toilet.
Like,
Yeah.
She's asking for it, and I mean, like, that's just putting it lightly.
I hope she doesn't get COVID-19. She gets chlamydia or something.
Oh! Or herpes of the face.
Yeah, just like a dirty case of mouth herpes.
COVID. She's the only one who did the challenge too. Like, no one
Nah,
else
there
has
was
done
there
it.
was another picture of some guy licking a doorknob or something.
Anything for the views, bro. Anything
I
for
guess,
the
but
views.
they're only maybe 5 years younger than us or something like that. Like, were we ever that stupid at that age?
Yeah,
Well,
we
I
do.
can say with absolute certainty, I've never licked a toilet, so
Yeah.
I got that on them.
I do too. Yeah.
I'm still wondering about that.
What's the stupidest thing you've licked?
Licked?
Yeah, what is the stupidest thing you've licked?
I
Trying to
tend to
think
keep
here.
my mouth away from stupid things.
Oh, it's got to be a pole when you're a kid. The whole
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
probably
that.
tongue to the pole.
Probably starting a siphon for gas. That's pretty gross.
But that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
That's
trying
not-
to commit a felony.
Yeah, I don't think that's that too bad. I mean, yeah, you either freeze your fucking tongue to a pole in the middle of winter, or
Or
Yeah.
you're the
Or you
coolest
let the
kid.
gas go stale in your snowmobile.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean,
Does it still work?
did you guys ever like those 9-volt batteries?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. You got to
Yeah.
test to see if there's actually charge on them.
Yeah, yeah. I
never
think
did.
that's probably one of the worst things I've done.
I do it for the high.
I just drink the battery acid.
Damn it, Rheal, we had this already. This conversation.
Yeah, you were impressed, and you want me to
You
get
gotta-
more social points.
You gotta stop, bro. Think
Who's
about the
that,
kids who need batteries.
What was that girl's name that Dan dated for a while there?
Ooh, bleep it.
Yeah.
Her name is
that-
Bleeping Bleep.
Yeah, that bleep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
her.
the bleep. Yeah, the bleep.
Bleep her.
What
Which,
about
the
her?
short-term one? Or the
No, I
one
was just thinking that's
longer?
probably Dan probably licked her asshole. I mean, let's be honest here.
Oh dear.
I mean, we are the generation to eat ass, right?
Yeah, we eat avocados and ass, man.
Someone's gotta do it.
I'll,
Connor, have you gotten your asshole licked yet?
Nope. Unfortunately, I'm still looking for a partner to. I mean, Butters is inquired, but she has a sandpapery tongue, so
She's a nasty kitty.
yeah. She applied for the job, but her tongue was too sandpapery.
We gave her a 2-week test period, and it did not work out well.
I saw a meme the other day. You guys probably saw this too, but it's like on the great teepee shortage. Like some guys ran out of teepee, and he just looks at his dog. It cuts the scene.
That's gross, man.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah,
It's a
some.
struggle.
That's why you get a bidet, man.
Yeah, where am I gonna buy a bidet and hook one up?
Especially
Remember
in this
that-
economy. Oh my god.
Remember that
The
podcast?
recession hasn't even really began, and we're gonna be in a big slump here. Right.
And man, bidet stocks are gonna skyrocket.
That's where you should invest your money in, Connor. Bidets.
I was actually looking at ventilator companies, and their stocks have already soared like
Yeah,
3,000%. I'm like, yeah, I can't not put my money in.
It's a little late for now.
Man, the Dow Jones is like fucking under 20 now.
Yeah, they're what's the latest points they're at? Started at
it's 9
24,000. They're at like 14,000 or something now.
I saw 19 like.
Okay, yeah,
800 or
that's not that bad then.
something. Not that bad.
Not that bad.
What
We're
was the
back
one
to,
that
like,
Homer
2018
invested
levels.
in on The Simpsons? Like he was like investing in something. It was like one day, and then it was like
Oh, pumpkins.
Pumpkins. It was pumpkins. Yeah.
I think they're peak around April.
Pumpkins. Pumpkins.
It's like Halloween.
Yeah. Good pause there. Good break in
Yep.
between.
Sorry, I'm playing video games.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
yeah.
also-
I
I
mean,
was also
that's
looting
what
for
we're
it.
all kind of doing right now. I mean, we're all
You expect
isolated.
me? Yeah. You expect me to talk to you guys over Discord and not be playing video games? You're out of your
That's
mind.
true. I'm just glad I'm not the only one.
I mean,
Fuck.
we
This
gotta-
is why we have to meet up in real life.
Yeah.
It is really.
I saw a what is it? There was a great photo of some guy who texted up all the other dads on the block saying, "Hey, you want to hang out for social distance beers?" So they're standing in the middle of the street, 6 feet apart from each other, with just beers in hands and drinking.
It's kind of like King of the Hill, but except they're a little further apart.
That was
Yeah.
a great show.
That was a good show. I didn't actually realize it ended in what did we figure out? Still, it was like
It was like
2009.
2010, 2009,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, I didn't know it went
I
on that
know
long.
But yeah,
Man,
the actual
fucking Dale was hilarious, man.
the guy who made
Fucking
that
say.
actually he drew them drinking beers, but they're like quite a ways apart from each other as like here's what you should do.
Damn it, Bobby. Damn it.
Hang up, Bobby.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bird.
I finally went shopping for the
Ladybird?
first time and I saw that distance lines on the floor.
Yeah.
Oh, they drew lines on the floor.
Did they make you wait? Did they make you wait at the door?
Nope.
They did.
I
They
didn't
did
have to wait at the
Costco.
door.
Yeah, Costco.
Yeah, I
they're
heard the
ones
co-op
that-
was doing that. That's crazy.
Yeah, Costco makes you wait. They're only letting so many people in.
No, mine was I went to Walmart first, and there's a kind old man at the front door who's like, when I got my shopping cart, he's like, "Here, let me wipe down the
Yeah,
handle
they're
on
doing
it."
that too. Yeah, they're doing that. everywhere.
Wow, that's like fucking. That's pretty decent to that guy.
You got no. You have yeah. Like I think all the stores are taking precautions. I think that's the right thing to do.
Well, no, I understand it's a store policy, but I mean that guy's probably making minimum wage.
Yeah,
like
no,
he's
for
probably just like deserves way more than he's getting, especially for doing
Oh.
shit like that.
And if he's an older guy too, right? Like
And
he's.
he's like,
more-
oh, let me get that for you. Like, good for him.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
nice,
yeah.
man. Good people out there, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
you got those people who are paranoid, who are just like emptying, hand sanitizers all over the fucking city for just some free shit.
There is. I don't even think there's hand sanitizer available in the city anymore, man.
I know. How am I gonna get drunk now?
Back to the hospital.
No, I think Dan said they're not allowing visitors.
Yeah, like you can't go into a hospital unless you are sick.
Actually, that
Yeah,
makes
now that out liquor board stores are closed, it's only off sale now, and
Oh,
Wait, what?
I heard liquor stores are being pretty much cleaned out too.
I was just at the Sobeys one in Stonebridge today, and it was still pretty well stocked.
Was it?
And
Yeah,
open.
that's good.
Shut up, Rail.
But they had a security.
You're ruining Connor's story.
At
Yeah.
least
Well, I just heard this from a friend who went and got some liquor. He said that it was like everyone was the smallest order he's seen when he was in line was like $400.
What?
Yeah.
Holy
Who
shit.
said
buys
the
that
line
much
was, like,
booze?
And he said like he was in line for probably like 15 minutes before he got to it.
Holy fuck. I mean, I went early in the morning because I expected this kind of shit, so.
Well, I mean, they did close all the bars, so
Starting Monday, I think.
I think
Yeah.
it's gonna be closed.
Did you guys hear that on St. Patrick's Day, Hudson still went ahead with the party that they planned?
Nice. I wonder how many people showed up. Probably a lot.
That's kind of shitty of them, actually.
Yeah, it was like Tuesday was like sort of like the big day that everything was being announced. Like, hey, you should do this social distancing stuff. Don't go out. Spend time at home. Self-isolate. And Hudson was like, yeah, no, we're just gonna go ahead and throw our party anyways.
Yeah, see, like social points, great purpose right there. Take
Yeah.
away their social points.
Hudson's, you're on thin ice.
Yeah, you are about to lose all your social.
You're not gonna be able to travel anymore.
Well, companies count as people, so.
Well, the owner should, like, for sure. Like, fuck that guy.
I think
The guy-
it's. I think
That
it's.
guy should kill himself.
I don't know if that's a franchise.
Just
or
straight
not.
to.
That
Straight
might
to
just be a
murder, so.
corporate.
Even
think
that,
that-
like,
Hudson's is everywhere.
Couldn't you. Well, you never want to be that guy who defies corporate and be like, no, I won't do it.
That guy. It's just like they're all in their like Hawaiian outfits. Like, are you sure you want to keep going? Gosh damn it! This. Or no, sorry, it's the Irish one, right? So it's like, fuck yeah, got to keep going. It's fucking St. Patty's Day. We have to do it. And
Nice,
like, oh,
nice accent.
yeah, that
I
was,
know,
that
fucked
was,
up.
that was
I'm
good.
just gonna stop talking. I'll mute myself.
So then
I don't even know where I was going there. I was like distracted, and I just kept talking.
give us an Irish accent, so.
Matt,
What am I, a fucking jukebox for you?
Nice.
Just
That's quite
look, Sylvan can do accents. Let's get, do this one, monkey. Let's play the band.
Now
Fucking
I
assholes.
want
Just a snake in the grass.
that
You're a
that
fucking
one thing that was. Oh, fuck. Lord of the Rings, the thing. Golem. Goal.
Are you talking about Smeagol?
That's it.
Smeagol or Golem. I
Thank
think
you.
both is applicable. He's like split personality.
Stupid hobbitses.
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
God, Sylvan, you should be a voice actor.
Yeah, I don't know why you're not a voice actor.
Now I want Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, you give me chills.
That one's a bit.
Shut up, Rail. Shut up, Rail.
Trying to think of the stupidest shit.
Tear
Ruin it
down
again,
the
Rail.
skull.
You just had to go and ruin it again, didn't you?
Yeah, we got to entertain
That wasn't
ourselves
Reagan.
somehow.
That was Gorbachev, and what was the U.S. president's name?
I think it was Ronald
Reagan.
Reagan.
Yeah, it was Reagan.
No,
It's definitely Reagan.
No, it wasn't.
Now I want a 60-year-old Vietnamese grandma.
Just
Oh god, now we're getting racist.
we just need you to pretend you're Ronald Reagan and say, Gorbachev, take down these walls.
I don't know what Ronald Reagan sounds like.
All I
You
can
should
think of
just
is Nixon.
YouTube it. You're on a PC.
I'm also
Figure it
killing
out.
things in video games. I'm not trying to alt tab. You crazy.
Mexico, build up this wall.
Just mix Reagan and Trump.
God, these men.
Okay, so how are you guys sort of entertaining yourselves while you're under all this self-isolation?
Oh, I'm still working. I'm
Still
too.
working my ass off.
It's really no different, except in the evenings, instead of like going to the hardware store and improving stuff, I'm going here and playing video games. It's the perfect excuse.
Yeah, sorry, honey, can't finish those renos.
Yeah.
COVID-19.
Yeah, COVID-19. Home Depot's closed at 6. I get off at 6. Sorry.
So, like, Connor, are you like working out at home or something like that?
Oh yeah, they closed my gym on Wednesday. Oh, I was so mad. So I started just doing lunges around the office. Just to, keep
That's
keep my glutes.
At some point, you're
glutes
just gonna start
quads.
bench pressing the office equipment.
I was thinking about bringing some dumbbells to work just as a joke, but then I'm like, yeah, I don't know, that's a lot of work.
Sounds like a lot of work to bring dumbbells.
Yeah.
Who'd
But
wanna
no,
work
it
out?
honestly sucks. Like, cause I work out every day at lunch, and it just makes the afternoon feel so fast because you're like re-energized. You got your heart was pumping. Now you're like, it's taking forever, and you're just watching the clock.
That's actually a really good idea.
Oh, it's fantastic, man. Like, if you have the opportunity after this virus, if it doesn't kill us all, I totally recommend it.
See, that's what a productive person does. I just, eat way
Well,
too much and try not to fall asleep.
Well, you do physical activity all day, though.
Yeah.
Have some social points.
Brother.
Yeah.
Yep, deserves definitely social points. For sure.
Can we set this social point system up, but Connor's the one who decides who gets points?
Yeah, no, it'll be like dragon killing points, but like
Yeah. There's no bias there at all.
that's right.
You just tell Connor he's got a big cock every morning and you get social points.
Yeah, boost my ego.
Don't make up lies, okay?
I'm gonna get those social points, Matthew, and you're gonna be looking like a fool.
I should actually create like a little social point roster. Hey, Connor, can you pass the salt? Let me see here. You're only a rank 2. All right.
Sorry, peasant.
Try again next week.
Try again next week. Maybe if you get up to a 2.5, we'll get you some social points.
Who's that one Democrat that he was like an Asian American?
Andrew Yang.
Andrew Yang. He had some pretty interesting ideas about like kind of social credits. They're kind of like social points. Like, I think that's like actually a pretty good
He's gonna
idea.
have every American get like was it like $2,000 every month?
Yeah, he calls it a
just-
freedom dividend.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey Connor, how do you feel about UBI or is that
About
it is?
what?
Yeah, universal basic
universal.
income.
That's it.
Yes, I think it's I think everyone should have to do something. I just don't think. I think you have to prove that you're volunteering, or like there's like it kind of maybe comes back to social points, but you have to have like some sort of standing where you can actually maintain a reason to continuing to get someone to support you. Like it just doesn't make sense for the guy that just doesn't want to do anything. Just say fuck it. I just want my universal basic income. Like,
Yeah.
no, you think you're just a suckle on humanity's tit and kill yourself. But I mean, like anybody else that's like actually trying and just struggling, yeah, absolutely. Like that makes total sense. Which is kind of like the system we have in. I mean, that's what welfare is, but
That's what it's supposed to be, I guess.
it's just but the welfare, like, it doesn't screen for that abuse, and that's the problem. And I think that's why a lot of people are against it.
But yeah, you're right. How do you, if we can't make welfare work properly?
Like
how
I
do
said,
we
you
get-
need some sort of social program or some way to like rank people.
Yeah,
I'm really
like
for the
points.
social. Yeah, like almost if there is a point like structure.
no point systems.
Connor's sitting there like judging everyone like 5 points to Gryffindor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Connor, what are your thoughts on the whole? If we had the universal basic income, do you think rents and stuff would all just go up?
I think you'd see yes. I think you'd see inflation.
Yeah.
Go up.
So that kind of
therefore
defeats
everything
the whole
else would go up.
purpose.
But I mean, like everyone else's time that does work, they would probably just go up in wage too. I honestly think America's biggest problem right now is not so much the basic income. I think it's just the corruption in their politics is the big thing, and then just not like 1% of the population controls like 90% of the wealth. Like it's just absolutely absurd. I think there should be a cap on how much someone can be worth. Like it can still be absurdly high, but it can't be like billions of dollars. Like fuck Bloomberg. That guy should kill himself.
No social points for him.
That's the guy who
Yeah.
ran for president, right? He
spent
Yeah.
$500 million
Yeah.
running
And
for
it just
president.
didn't even phase him. He was like,
No,
yeah.
it was like
CNN, no, when they shared that, did you see that? When CNN shared, like, they're like, someone tweeted like, if Mike Bloomberg, donated 500 million to the United States with a population of 300 million. then
Oh,
he
God, I saw
personally
that
would have
too.
$1 million.
Oh my
You're
god.
like, no, the math is like $1.36 per American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and then someone pointed it out. He's like, it was like some Swede that pointed out. He was like, no, everyone would have like $1.36, and he's like, no, and he like did the math and he like crossed it out. And he's like, see, everyone would have $1 million. And he's like, check again, pal.
Yeah.
He's like, I thought the Swedish math program was supposed to be better than the American math program.
Yeah, and they were
Something
trying to
like
like just shit on him, right? And the wealthy, and then it's like, yeah, your math is wrong. This is why there's issues.
But like I was reading something today that was people like the American, I don't know who it was, American congressman. I didn't actually remember a name, but they were talking about how I think it was like they're talking about giving something like $323 a week to people affected, and he was a Republican complaining that $323 a week is not enough for most people to live on.
Oh,
And
it's not. It's not
uh,
even close.
No, it really isn't. And then someone in the comments of that did the math at what certain states have as a minimum wage
Minimum
as
wage.
$7.25 is literally less than that.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like, how are you that, like, how is minimum wage good where it is, but you're saying that this amount that is more than minimum wage is not enough to live on?
that's craziness. Well, then the thing is too, like I honestly think Bernie Sanders, like I'm like really right wing, but I think Bernie Sanders is exactly what America needs right now, just to get them back on course. And I
Yeah.
believe probably a 50% of Americans probably need it or believe in that, and yet somehow Biden, who can't even make
Yeah,
a coherent
it's 'cause-
sentence,
It's
is
'cause you
just
don't
like cleaning
Bernie.
up. It's like, what is going on?
It's because people ages like 35 and up actually vote.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's the
yeah,
saddest
it is.
thing. People the
People,
ages
for
18
some
to
reason,
35
I
don't.
don't know why, but they don't like Bernie. They just don't like him.
Even though like a small business owner with like, if Bernie theoretically gets elected and his whole Medicaid for all goes into effect, a small business owner who no longer has to pay insurance premiums for his employees can now compete with big companies like, Walmart or whatever, just giant conglomerates, because he doesn't have to pay these insane prices.
Oh, that's right. But I mean, like the thing is, the American taxpayer, like the percentage of tax that they pay goes up. Like right now, like I was super excited because like I found this website. It's like spousal income. Like you file as a spouse because it's the first year Chelsea and I are filing taxes together. And then I'm like, oh wow, like these are insanely low tax rates. Like why didn't I get married fucking when I was 18 or whatever? And then I kind of started reading like, oh, this is like American. And then I realized that Canada you don't file taxes jointly. You still have to file as an individual. But the states you don't. But even then, like their joint income rates were extremely low tax margins compared to us.
Can't you
So I
file
think that's what
jointly?
people are scared of. Is like, oh well, I'd rather just pay for my own health care than pay for everyone else's. And I kind of understand that, but at the same time, like, it's so broken.
Except the insurance premiums, like what you're paying for your own insurance, it is more than what you would pay in taxes.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I'm not like I'm just saying it's so broken, like it makes zero sense. That it's that way. And then like even if you look at the American healthcare industry, it is worth more than the Canadian economy.
Yeah.
Like it's just absolutely staggering.
Well, I mean, like, I don't understand any industry that can take something that people literally need and inflate the price fucking 600%.
No,
Just
yeah.
overnight.
Profits, bro.
No,
I
it's just-
mean,
So yeah,
That's
so people would
crazy.
be more willing to pay, say, 20% of their income, but you get everything covered. All your hospital visits, eye care, dental.
It's not
Man,
even
if I ever go to the hospital in the United States, I'm in an ambulance. I'm gonna get him to stop at like a fucking 7-Eleven or something to pick up some drugs and some Band-Aids. And then when they try and use theirs, like, no, 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 use mine. No, we're all good.
if it gets to the point where I have to go to a hospital in the States, I'll just be like, I'll get the next flight home. I don't
Yeah.
need to go to a hospital here.
Yeah,
I'd rather
stem the
not go
bleeding. I'll get home.
Yeah, I'll pay for overnight shipping with UPS.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, it's
Send
crazy.
me home,
Like,
boys.
even insurance companies are copping out from like helping people, claiming it's an act of God in this, which is like such a huge cop out because it's a fucking health insurance company, and they're like, oh, act of God, and the ones that are like dictating, like, oh, you got to go across the country and get tested at this fucking hospital
Oh my
because
God.
it's in our insurance package or it's a partner. It's like, my God.
How is Act of God in like a legal document?
Oh, we do it and work it all the time.
Really?
I mean, like, yeah, I mean, it's
It's
fair, right? I mean,
It
like,
means that it's uncontrollable. Like it's out of anyone's control.
so
Yeah,
put it
that-
this way. So I've got a contractor that's trying to build a water plant, say, right? And this COVID virus hits, and the nation closes its borders. They don't want the contractor within their boundaries anymore, just to prevent the spread.
Mhm.
Now the contractor's gonna be pissed because he's got all of his guys to pay, and he's got schedules to maintain and keep. I mean, like, mind you, those schedules in the sake of this project are waived. Like, we're not gonna, we'll give him extensions on that. But at the same time, is the nation going to be responsible for paying him a standby until this plague, like, or this virus stops? Like, no. So that's an act of God. It's the same with like flooding and like
Yeah,
tornadoes and stuff. Like,
Wait,
you got to
legal.
have something in
That's a
there so
virus.
it's fair.
Wouldn't you just call that a natural disaster versus?
We it's just called an act of God. Is what
Okay.
legally it is.
Fair
It's
enough.
called.
Yeah, it's
It's
just
a
something just
Christian country.
unimaginably like out there.
Yeah, and then insurance companies claim this shit all the time. Like, oh, that's an act of God. Like,
Oh,
when the hurricanes came in,
yeah.
it was like the same deal.
My plane got struck by lightning when I tried to fly one time, and they're like, "Yeah, we're not gonna put you up in a hotel overnight because it was out of our control. It was an act of God." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, fuck you."
Yeah.
Guess I'm sleeping on the floor.
You always see those pictures of people sleeping at airports. So
Can you sleep in an airport overnight?
Most Canadian airports don't because they stop flights from.
Yeah, I mean, like, even in Spain, like, I noticed they stopped flights because we were on the first flight in the morning. It was like at like 5:30 in the morning, and airports were empty. Like,
Yeah,
no one was in
I
there.
think American flights fly almost like 24/7 essentially.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah,
we
I was just wondering, like, would they physically kick you out of an airport if you had like flight and you were past security like the next morning?
I'm
don't
not
know.
too certain. Because I know, like, when like people get like stranded because of weather and stuff like that, that's when they hunker down inside the airports. But I don't know if you can just like show up a day early and just pass out on the couch to fly out the next day.
I'm sure they must, because like, what if you just don't have money to stay somewhere and your flight's leaving, like, and it's like really cold out or something, like, they can't just fucking kick you out. Well, maybe they could, but who knows? They
I know the
probably
bus
could.
station when I was in Europe did. They kicked us out. Even if it was for 2 hours, we had to sleep. Me, Calvin, and Stefan had to sleep on the street
oh,
because it was just like there was no point of getting a hotel for 2 hours. So
Yeah. Well, 2 hours isn't even that bad.
it was,
It's like
or
if
it
you have
was
a 7-hour
it was 2 to
layover or
4. It
something.
was 2 to 4. I can't. It was a decent amount, but it was like whatever.
That's crazy.
It was just weird, right? You're like, holy shit.
and middle of the night.
Yeah, middle of the night.
Oh,
In
lovely.
Europe too, right? So it's like, oh, this is weird. But we just stayed by the station and we were with other people and they were waiting too, so it worked out good. We went to the bar, had some drinks, and that's all we could do. Now, Dan, what's your
Muted, I
thoughts?
don't know
On...
if he's here.
Oh, he's not here. Oh, he muted himself.
He muted himself.
Oh, I didn't even hear him join.
Yeah, he joined like a couple minutes ago.
Okay.
Honestly, it's kind of amazing to me how many people live paycheck to paycheck, though.
Oh man, like, people at work are like, because like my boss came out and he's like, and I'm like, thank God my company's like actually smart. The owners are smart. They're like, oh yeah, no, we have money put away for stuff like this. Like, don't worry, you all have a job till the end of April for sure. He's like, don't worry about that. We're gonna take 5 days vacation from everyone if there is a shutdown, just to kind of even things out.
Yeah.
You know, because we don't know how long this is gonna last, and like we'll do the math at the end, and then like we'll come to some conclusion, but we'll just take out of the vacation pot just to sustain ourselves for a bit. But then he's like, but we might be looking at layoffs at the end of April, pending on what happens. I highly doubted, but like we'll see what happens. And then I kind of sat down after, and then Danielle came into my office. She's like, I don't know, like I can't go without a paycheck for a week. And it kind of occurred to me, like, that's like 90% of Canadians, man.
It is.
It's quite scary to see, how many people are one or two paychecks away from like being broke and bankrupt.
Yeah, it's not good.
So is it one or two paychecks and then they're flat out, or one or two paychecks and then they have to start cutting into their savings?
More as they're so stretched, like they have so many payments to make, like on vehicles and houses and like a mortgage and
Kids.
visa. And, yeah, kids. Like that, if they miss a paycheck, they're gonna start falling behind, and that interest is gonna compound, and then they're gonna go bankrupt.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn, man. People are stretched real thin.
But I mean, like, luckily the government right now is like helping everybody, like postponing.
Yeah.
Like banks are helping people out.
Yeah,
which
the
is kinda
major
actually surprising.
the major
They're
six
postponing
banks.
taxes, right? They're postponing taxes.
Yeah,
too.
I'm actually probably gonna postpone my mortgage payments. Just
Yeah,
because
if you got a mortgage through one of the six major banks, then you can defer 6 months, I think. of
Yeah,
mortgage
I mean, like
payments.
that's free money. I mean, I might as well just take that.
Yeah,
Do they have
it's a smart thing
they
to
have
do.
loans? Do they have loans like and stuff like that you can defer to, or no?
No, I don't think so. I think
Not really.
they're deferring interest on student loans.
Oh, okay.
And
But I
then,
mean, like for the most part, minimum payments are like $100 for like even credit cards or loans for the most part.
the Saskatchewan's government, if the feds aren't going to support you if you don't qualify for EI, they're going to give you $900 a week
A
Oh,
for 2
week?
weeks.
Damn.
What?
For 2 weeks. Yeah,
Oh.
if you don't qualify for EI and you're unemployed,
Okay,
the
because
province will look after you.
isn't there that emergency care or whatever that gives you $900 every 2 weeks if you don't qualify for EI?
Whatever was announced today, I could be wrong, but I thought it was $900 a week for 2 weeks, or something like that.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah,
That's
but
not that
goes
much money.
So far, man.
Really not.
It's only $1,800 for until you get the.
Sorry, once he said 900 a week, it was a lot, but only
Yeah, no, it's only for 2 weeks. You get $1,800, and that's just to help you get by this shutdown. And then after that, you're on your own.
I mean, it's still a big help.
But this is what I want to know. It's like, okay,
who
so we do a
knows,
2 week
honestly,
shutdown, right? So say like this happens, 2 week shutdown. We bend the curve. Now what? Okay, so like I want to hear like a fucking concrete plan, like something like, okay, yeah, we're gonna turn the field house into a hospital. We're gonna get ready for like this thing to kind of spike. We're gonna try and like, okay, I understand they're putting some ventilators together, or GM and Ford are trying to help out that way. But like we don't have a solid plan. It's just like, oh, we got to bend the curve. We got to bend the curve. Like this is going to be like a winter. It's not going to be a 2 week thing where it's just like, okay, yeah, we bent the curve. Everyone just gives each other a high five. Okay, like everyone goes back to work and it just spikes.
I
Okay,
think
what's the plan?
they're more stalling for time until hopefully they can get closer to a vaccine.
Well, a vaccine, I guarantee you, a vaccine's 2 years out.
No, yeah,
That's-
it's a ways.
That's
out,
dumb.
but-
And then okay, so say you do bend the curve, right? Like, so just get this. So you bend the curve and say there's 10,000 Canadians infected, and then 500 Canadians get infected, and then 500 are cured, and then you're somehow able to maintain that cycle. So 10,000 infected or whatever, 50,000 infected, 5,000 cured every week, 5,000 more infected. The healthcare system can catch up. That's the whole point of this, is that we don't overload the healthcare system. So what are we going to do? So say like, yeah, the vaccine's coming in 2 years. So are we just going to keep doing this for 2 years? Like hopefully, like, and just waiting for a vaccine? Like, is that the plan? Or are we just going to wait till every Canadian's infected, which this will probably take 20 years to do, and just ride this out? Like, there's just it just doesn't make sense to me.
I don't think anybody really knows.
And
That's
that's
the
just it.
problem.
Like we should start planning for, okay, like people are going to get infected. There's going to be spikes. We got to have a way of dealing with this. Like, let's start getting together. Let's start emptying like gymnasiums and getting hospital beds ready, and like locally looking at who can give what. Like, instead of just like, oh yeah, we're just going to bend this curve and play for time. So you got the time now. Let's start doing something. That's my beef with like everyone just waiting. No one has an answer.
Pretty
or
much,
even
yeah.
a plan. It's just a time delay.
Yeah, and I think everyone's just too afraid to make a plan because they're afraid they're going to make a mistake, and especially with something like this, I would rather you move fast and make a couple of mistakes here and there, but at least we're moving.
Well, and I get that, but I mean, like maybe if we had social points, the guy with the most of the points can make the decisions.
Yeah, and then like anyone who's below a certain level can't have a say.
Yeah, and then the king then gives the social points out. I'm really liking this.
Oh
Yeah.
god, we're back to social points.
Yeah, always
But we
coming back
never
to
left.
social points.
But that's I guess my point is like there's just no plan, and no one seems to have one, and that's what bugs me. It's just like, okay, I get we're doing the right thing right now, absolutely. Let's bend the curve. That's a great first step. But now that we've got our first step planned, and it's been like a week, and we've probably got another 2 weeks left. Okay, what are we doing next? And everyone's just talking about getting people by for these 2 weeks, and I get that that's very important. But what's next? Like we can't all just go back to work at the end of this 2 weeks, even though most of us will need to.
Yeah, I think
Because
it's
if
just
that happens, then we're going to be the curve's just going to start shooting up again. So
yeah.
should we prepare for a shot up curve?
I think it's just the
that's
problem. We don't know how long it'll go for.
So let's prepare for the worst. Let's prepare for 2 years.
Fuck. There goes
Like-
our economy.
Well, that's just
There goes
it. Like,
everyone's economy.
Fuck.
like you can't do this for this long. There's going to be a point where people are like, fuck it, got to go to work, got to pay the bills, got to feed my kids.
Well, people are doing that now, so
Well, to a point.
to
Like
a point.
people are
but
being
you're
very
right.
respectful. A lot of people are working from home,
Yeah.
but you can only work from home for so long.
Only like very few people who are lucky enough to work from home. There was like I think statistically there was like 500,000 new EI claims just this week
Oh yeah,
in
absolutely.
Canada.
And it's
And it's
because
just gonna get
businesses can't send people to work from home. So that I guess that leads to my point. So like people are already being laid off. You can't do this for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
Say
No.
the best case scenario is that vaccines I think a year and a
Probably
half
year
away.
off. Yeah,
is
at
best
least.
case. So it's like, what's the plan? Are we should brace for a huge infection and try and save as many people as we can. I think that's what we should be doing right now. Why we have this 2-week grace period. I don't know. That's just my thoughts, but like, just no one just seems to have an answer. And rightfully so. Like you probably shouldn't, but at the same time, like start putting forth ideas.
Yeah.
Honestly,
It gets to like the point of like, well, who who chooses that? Who is morally responsible for
The
saying
prime minister. That's why we elected him. Like the prime minister and his cabinet and the elected
Yeah.
officials. That's their job.
you think we would have had a whole
We're in
bunch
states of
different
emergency.
plans.
That's the government's deal now.
Yeah,
And
like
they've
we
been
should
doing
have
the
had-
right thing so far, 100%. But what's next? You can't just be like, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I still left it on mute.
Oh, hey,
My
Dan.
bad. So I was hearing you, and I was actually, yeah. What's up?
You still
So
alive?
what's your thoughts on this, Dan?
I'm working the goddamn unit, so
Yeah.
I heard.
man, I'm so
appreciate your
fucking
sacrifice.
bummed.
I'll get Chelsea to drop you off a casserole or something.
No, don't.
No,
Don't
no,
come
we'll
to
just
your
leave it
door.
on your doorstep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
leave it on the doorstep. You can grab it after.
Yeah.
So
No, I'm
what's
gonna
it
be
like?
actually. I'm going over to my. I'm gonna be since my parents are at the cabin, and it can't live materially. It has to be direct.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stay at my parents' place here probably.
Oh, nice.
Just so essentially I can have like a little bit more space. I have light, so I don't go completely fucking down. It's like, man, that's such. I was sitting there, I'm like, man, I can't go to the gym. I can't do anything. I'm like,
I know, and
I'm ruined.
that's what pissed me off about this whole thing. Like, we still have to be adults. We still have to go to work or work from home. But I can't physically see my friends. I can't go to the gym. I can't go to football. I can't go to soccer. Like all the things I enjoy in life are postponed. But you still have to sit down and be a grown up. It's like, fuck, this sucks.
Add me to your group. Oh, you're not in a group. I don't even have the quest. I'm just gonna kill things.
That's all I'm doing.
So yeah, Dan, what are your thoughts on all this? Like,
What how we're handling this?
I
Yeah.
guess so. You're on the front lines.
I think first off, the way they haven't told us any fucking thing until the day I worked. for some shit. Like I'm like, come on, why? Like anyway. Whatever.
Yeah, that's pretty telling. Like even like the people, like directly like integrating with this sickness have no idea what's going on.
Well, and then
No,
that's the thing. Nobody knows. That's
you know
the
what?
scary thing.
Okay, check this out. The people who've transported them to us today, we read up on it. Our whole unit went into overdrive. Like this whole fucking day has just been us, like everyone chasing their fucking tails, going, "What are we doing? How are we setting up for this?" And anyway, so finally we got some protocol, and we're doing with it. And then the people who bring the fucking COVID people up, the ones who are supposedly positive, who just like, or the one who is positive who hasn't apparently has tested positive once or not positive, or there's some like mixed result which they claim to be has some link to the COVID. Like, so now they need to test her again, but they think it just might be a contaminated. Anyway, so she came in. They moved her in with their protection they used were like they weren't even, one of them wasn't wearing even a mask. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And the other one was wearing gloves, left the room with all her shit on, and was touching things. I'm like, woman, I'm about to hit you right now. I'm like, do you not understand the concept of this goddamn infectious thing?
Ugh.
And anyway, so like we had to call their unit, and the unit manager was like, I'm pretty sure. And then they had a mask on her that was the equivalent of putting up like a sheet of paper in front of her mouth. Just be like, that's good
Like
enough.
a coffee filter.
Yeah, like a fucking coffee filter. They had that on her, and I'm like, are you kidding me, you assholes? We had to go into these guys.
Does not give me faith.
Yeah, and it was just like I was sitting there, I'm like, you fucking assholes, you've ruined us.
See,
I'm like, do you
this is
not
exactly
understand?
this is
Yeah.
exactly what I'm talking about. Like it's not going to be done. Like it's just a temporary band-aid. So what's the plan?
Yeah, and like as of now, we essentially are just going to turn ourselves into a solid COVID unit, and then anyone, only people who are COVID positive are allowed on our unit, and we have 3 people in there.
Isn't that little diseases?
And you know what's the worst part is that they're like, hey, can you set up suction in that woman's room? I'm like, I'd rather not. I'd rather not do that. You know,
You should just fucking say that. Just like, rather not.
I'd rather not.
I'll do
The
it.
worst thing
No,
is, like,
rather
my
not.
coworker is essentially an older lady who also has asthma, right? Like, what the fuck am I gonna do and say?
Really?
Yeah, she does. She's not coming in her for next shift. They realized after today they sent her to home too. And I'm like,
you should develop asthma.
I'm already coughing. I'm dying.
Oh fuck. Oh, do you wanna? Do they supply you respirators or anything? Like anything fucking concrete and heavy duty?
Yeah, they supply us with essentially a mask, like a decent mask and a,
Is
and
it
a
just
visor.
a 3M like fucking like P100 or whatever mask?
It's a it's a PX5 or some shit. I can't remember what the goddamn efficiency on it is. It's just that it was essentially just a mask with a visor.
You guys should be fucking gearing up for. Oh, at least it has a visor. Okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
no, it's a visor for droplet. It's what we use for droplet. We have that, and then we do a full gown with gloves. And then essentially we have to wash our hands 3 times leaving. And this woman who came in didn't wash once, just left with her PPE on and was touching shit. And I'm like, and the one from the other unit, we're like, you guys should know better. You're the unit that had them
Fuck
before.
off my unit.
Like you had them before us. What were you doing? Anyway, it's one of those moments where it's just like I've lost a bit of faith here in humanity.
Write her
See?
up, Danny. Write her up.
Yeah. That
Yeah, we
that-
did. We called the unit. Then we 1600 because we're like, this is fucking bullshit. Like you guys didn't even care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that woman there would have lost a lot of social points.
Yeah.
So
Well,
many social points. Dan,
Like,
you
she's
missed it.
supposed-
We're gonna implement a social point program.
Oh, how's that gonna work?
Yeah. Well, it's basically like China, but it's called. We're gonna. I don't know what we're gonna call it yet, but it's gonna be like a point system basing on like the kind of person you are. Like if you do something good in society, you get a point. If
Mhm.
you're like stupid and like licking toilet seats, you lose your points. Like
What
all
if-
your points.
What if you're good and you also lick toilet seats because you like the taste?
You lose-
You kind of even out.
I drink my urine because it's it's sterile. And like
like the toast.
You like eating your own gravy, right?
yeah, that's true. No, but I like
Wrong
that.
for me to eat my own, drink my own urine. No, I do it anyway because it's sterile and I like the taste.
I like that. Is that necessary? Is that necessary for me to drink my own urine? And then probably not.
Line up, bladders.
But I don't know. Hopefully there is a plan or people are working on a plan. I just want to hear it because
Yeah.
like this 2-week only isolation thing that's probably coming. Not gonna
Dan,
be
you're
enough.
frowning.
Oh, I forgot! I thought for a second because I was undead. I'm like, oh, maybe I get their pass.
Oh, you guys are leveling horde?
No?
What? No, he got turned into an undead.
Oh, I see.
What lens?
Are we still doing the podcast or no?
Yeah, it's still running. We're still running. We're still
I
going.
want to go get some food. So
All right. No, I mean, yeah, we'll probably call it here. It's yeah, we'll call it
The
here.
only thing to talk about is COVID.
I mean, that's the
literally
only thing. That's the only thing we
Thank
got
you.
going on in our life right now. So.
Oh!
Next podcast, we should try and do it without mentioning the COVID virus.
Ooh. Can we do it like King of the Hill style? We're all just sitting in an alley, like 6 feet apart.
It's a podcast, so how would anybody know?
podcast starts. Hey guys, we all have COVID and we're all on respirators.
Next podcast is literally just Darth Vader's breathing.
Yeah,
Oh, fucking disarm.
we're going to be doing the podcast live from our hospital room. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you guys for joining me, and hopefully we're not dead next week, and we got another episode for you.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Stay safe.
Bye, guys. Yeah. All right. That was interesting.
Good work, team.
Or at least we
Hey
did
Dan,
something.
what's the dirtiest thing you've ever licked?
Yeah.
And asshole.
At least, well, there was the one woman that came in, and I'm like, ma'am, could I just lick your face?
Connor wanted to know if you licked my asshole.
No, never did
One
ask.
time.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
If you tossed
Yeah.
her salad.
No, never asked stuff.
Man, I thought you were
No,
like, all
not an
about-
ass man.
He's a boob man.
I'm a boob man. Always
No,
been
I
a
thought,
boob
I thought
man.
you'd do anal if you were given the opportunity to do
Oh yeah, of course, but like, at one point she told me, and I sat there and I'm like, you know what? No,
Just no.
I.
We need to
That's
kill
all
him.
I can
that.
say. That's just too much.